Good morning, Geekdom. It's me, the artisanmc, on an early Cali morning, and you have now embarked on the hero's journey. Like, share, subscribe. Why is the camera so fucking close? Support the stream if you feel so inclined, and we will try to give you a show for the next 2, 3 hours. I say that because I never set a time limit in my head. I go where conversation goes. So if it goes good, it goes long. If it doesn't, if it goes short, it goes short. So on call day. So I have come back from Georgia, came back Friday, flew all day Friday, layovers and whatnot, recycled air, which I really have decided I do not like. You might have to figure out how to do international travel now because I need a layover, or I need to move around, or I need to be sitting in first class. I just can't do that shit no more. And I will pay extra to sit in first class from now on. That's what it is. I need my space and I need air circulation, or you're gonna have a problem on a plane. So I'm back and came right back to work. From work, obviously, I flew all day Friday and then touchdowns Friday night in SAC, and then Saturday morning I was right on call. Good part so far is it's been, I don't even want to say it because I'll jinx the shit, but I went ahead and came home late last night to sleep in my bed, which I have not slept in weeks. So it was nice. It was nice coming home, seeing my stuff, seeing my favorite couch, drinking coffee out of my favorite coffee cup. Something about going away, you always appreciate the little stuff you have, and then you always want, if you appreciate that kind of stuff, you do, but you come back and you always want to make changes. Like, if I had remembered earlier that I was doing the stream at 8 o'clock, I would have changed my setup on the desk and everything else. I would have changed it up a little bit so it worked better, because this microphone keeps sounding like I'm echoing when I listen to it on the playback, and that bothers me because I can't hear it while I'm doing it. I can only hear it after it's recorded, so it is what it is. So anyway, I'm back. I'm here. You're here. Got my new logo up there, pulsating. Let me know everything is working. It is a little big. I might need to shrink that down a little bit more. But otherwise, thank you for coming through. Let's see. That's the one that's big. My camera keeps trying to adjust. Give me fucking epilepsy. I don't know if you guys see, but the camera keeps pulsating back and forth, like it's trying to focus. I don't know. This must be one of the new features on StreamYard. Okay, it's stable now. Nope, there it goes again. What the fuck is that? Okay, I have to figure it out later, I guess. So look at the camera settings, and it's still the same. Interesting. Thanks, Malika. And shout out to Malika Me Bain in here, being an early bird and the first supporter of the stream for today. Appreciate you, Malika. Yeah, I worked on it, but it's still too dark because you still can't see the words. It's the same logo, man. But I wanted something pulsating on there. I like that. I don't like the camera pulsating. It's fucking me up because I keep seeing it. I keep seeing it, which is bothering the shit out of me because I look at it. Let me stop looking at myself. I look at y'all. If I look at y'all, I won't see what's happening with that camera. I want to see what's happening with the camera, so it won't bother my eyes like trying to focus back and forth. What up, Hitflex? He said maybe trying to focus on you and what's in your background. It's never done that before. It's new. The camera hasn't moved since I've been gone, so it is what it is. Technical, like Kevin would say, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, build a plane while we're flying it. You're right. You jumped off the cliff as an entrepreneur. Figure out how to fly before you hit the ground. Same software I use to make all my stuff. Malika. Free software available and some creativity. It's something I already owned that was mine, which is that picture of the Punisher, the artist rendering of the Punisher logo. With that being said, I have not watched Daredevil Born Again episode, what is it, 4? I haven't watched that yet. Although I know the Punisher is in that episode. That's the episode that the Punisher shows up again. So what? That's where I'm at right now, which it'll sound kind of messed up because I am a John Bernthal fan, I am a Charlie Cox fan, I am a Punisher fan, I am a Daredevil fan. I don't give a shit that the Punisher showed up in Daredevil right now. I really don't care. The story is what I'm interested in, and I told you guys when the trailer for Daredevil Born Again came out, they were not getting me on the cheap surprises. Yeah, I saw that in the trailer. He was going to show up again because you're trying to get that lightning in the bottle again. So what? I haven't seen the story yet. From what I understand from, rolling through the Geekverse, is that some people had some questions or concerns about the Punisher showing up. Something that happened in the episode, but I didn't listen to it. I went on by. I saw a thumbnail, and that was it. I moved on. I didn't watch it the whole time I was gone because I was busy. And the shows that I did watch have nothing to do with today's media. Like I told you guys before, you know how crappy television is when you find yourself watching old stuff. I watched a lot of older stuff. I started watching Farscape on the plane. Never watched Farscape. I started watching Farscape. That was it. So I'll watch the episode hopefully today sometime so I can actually do my reaction. That was the other reason why I didn't do it. I never had my computer set up when I was in Georgia. I set it up that Sunday for you guys to do that stream, and then I put it away and put it back in my bag because I don't leave shit like that out in my hotel room while I'm gone for the day. I don't. I pack it back up, lock it up, and then leave. So by the time I was getting home, I was not setting that shit back up to watch it. I was sitting down and eating, and I was eating like a fat rat. I'm sorry. I was having some good food. I probably gained weight. So when I watch it, I'll be sitting down at this computer so I can record it for Patreon and get the reaction up on Patreon. I've been a little missed as of late with YouTube and my little petulance. So, Mr. Matt, a little petulance is keeping me from wanting to actually put videos up on there. So I will tell you guys now, I did see a really deeply fascinating movie last night. And that movie is called Magazine Dreams. Yes, I did not spend my time going to watch a movie I knew I didn't want to see, which was Snow White. No, I didn't spend my time doing that or making a review for that. No, I didn't. I didn't gather around the campfire so we could all chuckle and laugh about how bad it was for something I didn't want to watch anyway. No, I went and saw the movie I wanted to see. And I went and saw Magazine Dreams last night. I was disappointed by how empty the theater was, which just proves to you how that Rolling Stone article that came out and some of these other things that came out right before the movie drop was there to further, sully this man's career. So I went and saw that, and I didn't say anything about it until just now. So I will do my review after this show. So everybody who thinks they want to catch up or keep up can run out to go to see the movie right now. Just saying. That review, I will try something new. That review will not be on YouTube at all. I'm putting a review up on Patreon. You get a reaction on YouTube, but the review is going up on Patreon. Because when I said I supported Jonathan Majors and I appreciated him as an actor, I meant that shit. It wasn't for clicks and views. When I thought that case was BS and he got a raw deal, I meant that shit too. And when I said I was going to see his movie and I wanted him to get the support that he needed for that shit, I meant that shit too. There are no false platitudes in me. If I give you props, you earn that shit. If I give you some derision, you earn that shit too. There ain't nothing fake about me. So I went to see the movie because any advertisement or any promotion of that shit was getting overshadowed by how bad Lord Farquaad in Snow White was. And I didn't give a fuck about that at all. I was not going to see that before Rachel Zegler even opened her damn mouth. I wasn't going to see it. I haven't went to see any of the CG reimagining or live action remakes of Disney classics. Not even with Will Smith in it. I never liked it. And I wasn't going to see it. And I don't see the point in breaking that tradition now. I don't think you need to be remaking stuff that's not even 20 years old. Or barely over 20 years old. No, I don't. Not even because you got some new technology. No, because you're just going to inject your modern day bullshit into it. And I don't want to watch it. I don't. I don't have no little girls running around here in princess costumes. I don't have no childlike women in my life running around in princess costumes. No. So I wouldn't be going to see it unless it was for y'all. And since nobody trumped up and actually said, hey, Artisan, are you going to go see Snow White? I was not putting it on the menu to go see. I wasn't. I refused. And it wasn't that hard of a refusal. It was just plain and simply just, some math and shit. Like, no. No, I was never interested in seeing it. Yeah, I got my opinions on what Rachel Zegler had to say. She's fucking young and dumb. They need to figure out how to shut her ass up if they want to put the movie out and have it sell anything. Well, apparently they did. They got her to shut up long enough so they can get the movie into the theaters. Didn't help it. The damage was done. And the funniest thing I heard was that people who saw the movie, and the main ones who was making a big stink about that picture of those 7 bandits that came out and saying how it was so disrespectful and what they looked like as the Doors and shit like that. Then they see the movie and find out they weren't the Doors. They were bandits. The Doors were CG. So it seemed like they did that whole campaign all that time for nothing. For nothing. All that shit they said about the DEI hires and all the rest of that shit was for nothing. And this is the part that I get into about why I don't like certain spoilers. Too early in the process, a spoiler out there in the world just kind of ruins what you're doing, especially if you listen to that kind of shit while you're making your movie. Well, it's not done. You're in production. Yeah, somebody leaked a photo, but you don't know what that is. You know why? Because you don't know the script. You don't know what they're doing in the movie. So all you have is a mass assumptions. That's it. Now, since it's live action, you really don't know what the hell that is because you're not supposed to be seeing it. You have to wait to see the finished product. Now, whooping up the fan base to get all upset and trashing stuff just because you're objecting to what you're seeing on a movie that's being produced at that time, it's kind of pointless. You don't know what the hell it is. You could turn around and have to backtrack your words once the movie actually comes out. As I said before, I wait to see what it is, what they put in the theaters. Because what they put in the theaters is a finished project. That's the finished product. Well, I don't like a lot of spoilers. I don't need to be that invested in the process of making the movie and know everything about it before I've even seen the shit. If the director drops some stuff, okay, fine. The studio want to leak a little bit of stuff, get you excited about it. Okay, that's all well and good. But we got a script, we got behind the scenes pictures. Man, come the fuck off. Y'all talk too goddamn much. This is millennial kids. Y'all can't wait for microwave popcorn to finish without pacing in front of the microwave. Jesus Christ. Can people actually do something first? Can they work? Can they produce? Can there be a little bit of a surprise? Or do I got to know the whole fucking story before it even comes out? I don't like that. I don't. Production troubles that's just out there in the world. All of y'all is that one kid on the block who was never liked and try to run out there by having the best toys and blabbing everything to everybody just to get them to like you. I don't need that. So I hear some of them, I ignore a lot of them. Because I want that surprise when I sit down in the theater. I do. When I went and saw Magazine Dreams last night, that's what the fuck I got. A surprise. And mind you, I watched 2 interviews with Jonathan Majors before I even went to the theater. I watched his interview with Stephen A. Smith, which was a really good interview. Shout out to Jonathan Majors for marrying Megan Good. So Megan Good Majors, or Megan Majors, is good. Good for you, bro. I'll be banging. She a woman of God? Good. And I won't feel bad when she call his name. And I'm not saying that to disrespect your wife. Your wife is a beautiful woman. Good. Somebody should have locked it down. And then I watched Jonathan Majors' interview with The Breakfast Club, which was an interesting interview as well. Not as good as the Stephen A. Smith interview, just because of the people that's sitting up there asking them questions. But it was a good interview. I heard some stuff that I heard on the Stephen A. Smith thing, but it doesn't mean that it's a script. It could mean that that's really just something in him. But it seems like he is really trying to, have his life put back together after this bullshit that he went through, and really just trying to keep having a career. Not that he's sitting there begging or anything like that. He putting it in God's hands and living his damn life. And that's about as much as you can do. I don't know if I would have did it that same way. I don't know if I would have handled it the same way he did, because they was coming for his ass. Still. They act like they was banging Grace Jabari. Or you had something on camera other than him putting her in the car and running from her ass. Which to me should have had that case thrown the fuck out. But if you want the big, dark-skinned, big-nosed black dude, on trial for something with a white woman, and you need the new supposedly OJ case. Well, here it is: black abuser for a pinky. So I'm happy for that brother that he has moved on from that stuff, and he has his new woman who stood by him through that bullshit, and who he turned around and made an honest woman and married her. And yes, everybody in the world know who your wife is, and nobody's gonna be like, I don't know, man. She been around the track a couple of times. Shit, I'm good with you picking Megan. Good. Oh yeah, Mrs. Majors looks good. Okay, so bravo to y'all. Congratulations. And Megan, thanks for being, from what I understand, a woman of some character, some class, and some spirituality in her ass, that she actually knows how to hold down a man. I'd be impressed to know how well she cook. I'm serious. But she's cooking in front of my eyes right now. So maybe she can actually cook too. But apparently she knows how to speak life into a man. Apparently she does. Through his darkest times. And not worried about the fact, oh, he fucked with white women before. She don't give a shit. Don't give a damn about that. Didn't stop her from doing anything. I'm sure he's filling out most of those 6 foot, 6-figure salaries. Come on, man. You know what I'm talking about. That stupid ass shopping cart list that they pull up. If she was that ignorant, I'm sure he's filling out all of that stuff. What he did in the past ain't got nothing to do with what she want to do with him in the future. And what she doing right now is calling him husband and got a ring on her finger. So congratulations to Jonathan and Megan. I wish y'all loads of happiness, a lot of great years, and maybe children, if that's what y'all want. Because I know Jonathan already got a daughter. Maybe I'll get another one. Maybe I'll get a son. Who cares? She was married to a pastor. She has had a practice. She was married to a pastor. She ain't now. She is not now. And for me, being on the other side of it, I understand what a guy I worked with told me before, that we were talking about marriages, and I was married to my ex. And he was making a joke of that I was still young, because I was in my 20s, and I was still on my first marriage. And I kind of took offense on one level, but understood it from another level, because he was with his second wife. Second one usually lasts. Because like Mr. Matt is saying right in here, marriage is a skill, like dating. Marriage is a skill. Not many people get it right the first time. Just what it is. My grandmother been married 3 times. The third one stuck. And that's the one I've seen for my entire life. So getting it right as a Gen Xer the first time, that might be me pissing uphill or figuring out how to ice skate up it. But that is still what I tried to do. Sue me. I'm hard-headed. I want shit to work. I'm a fixer. I want shit to work. So it is a skill, just like dating, just like talking to chicks. All of this is a skill, and all of it has to be developed. And you get no development at it at not trying to do it. Without sitting down and learning, and without trying to do it. You don't get practice at it sitting on the side telling other folks the ills of it when you've never done it. What up, Trust? Gets us up with everybody in the chat. Trust said, look up. She said, Lions quote at Malika, I agree 100%. A woman who sticks with you through all of that. Yes, you marry. Yes, you do. You do marry that woman. You do, which was the right choice. That's why nobody shitting on him for it. Anybody, I guarantee the first person you hear complaining about that shit will be some single woman that just wanted to believe he was abusing that woman. Fuck that. Look, man, like I said before, I want to see who Grace with right now. Who's Grace Jabari with right now? Who's she dating right now? Do we care? Is she a little violent? She should be persona non grata. You see how she get down. She'll chase niggas down the street that don't want to be with her no more. No, she should have a scarlet letter. Just like Amber Heard. If you heard me, she should have a scarlet letter. Because that kind of shit, you shouldn't be. You should be. There should be the meeting of the male coalition, and yeah, we've all passed a no vote on Amber Heard. Don't give a fuck how you look. No, you will get no pain. You might as well be a lesbian because you are cut off from the male population, and it would be on us other good men to keep the Simpson line. Your little brothers who just don't understand how to keep their fire hose in their hand. No, we don't do that. See what happened to Brother Johnny? This is why we don't mess with Amber. No. And support her Brother Johnny. No. Absolutely not. Should be the same thing. Same thing for Brother Majors. Nope. Brother Majors got screwed around by this woman. No. Grace Jabari is on the board. We don't mess with the Jabari clan. No. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Matt. Vote her invisible. Yes. She can be visible all day, but she don't get no wing ding. You bet. Look, only way she should get some penis from a man is if he's selling her a vibrator. That's it. No, you will get no meatiness. It will be no sentient meat for you anymore. No, because you are trouble. You are problematic, and you will do this shit again. Mm-mm. No, I do believe in that because I know guys who have some really messed up shit happen to them behind some females. Messed up. To Jonathan Majors level or more. You should be able to not have that woman in the dating pool no more. Mm-mm. They shouldn't be able to find another man. No, absolutely not. Because you can get the same shit he got. There could be some one-offs, but there are, at this age, because I'm looking at it from an older age, right? There is a pattern of behavior. And I'm not waiting for the pattern to repeat itself to get to me. Fuck you. No. One time might be a fluke. Twice is not a fluke. That's you. No, you're done. Because I don't need another dude going through the same shit that I might have just went through. Oh, hell no. No, I wouldn't do that to another brother. I ain't pulling the Captain America and jumping on a grenade, but no, I don't need that happening. Yeah, Malika. Yeah, Jada Pinkett, Vivica Fox, Tanya Taylor. Yeah, yeah. These is all known. These are all known people. Jada should never be able to get another dude. She shouldn't be, unless she messing with her son's friends, right? Some young meat. You don't know any better. You know, them incorrigible fucking simps. No, she should never. Jada's cute too. It don't fucking matter, dude. It don't matter. No, you should be good. You should, indulge in your bisexuality. Because that's the only people that's going to be going down on you. No. You drug that man publicly. Publicly. In the media. Ruined his damn, helped him ruin his career, the architect of him ruining his career. No, you don't need another man. Get a divorce. I don't give a shit. You won't find nobody else. I'm serious. That's just the way it should be. Publicly like that? No, that would be like, to me, it'd be no different if you found out Michelle and Barack got divorced. Michelle shouldn't have another man. Why? Because she was married to the president and she talked shit about his ass forever. Forever. I don't want to listen to shit Michelle got to say. He can't get no love? The fuck is wrong with you? I don't give a fuck who he used to fuck with before you. Look, I know Bill and Hill is a political stage marriage. That's why they only had one kid. But you don't hear her talking shit about Bill ass. And you probably never will. You saying Hillary Clinton is a better woman than Michelle Obama? Hillary Clinton is a reprehensible ass woman. The fuck out of here. You seen them old pictures when they was in college? She looked like a bitch back then. With the big glasses on and everything. Like, how did he even find her? She didn't. She found him. She had her own aspirations. And that was the fast car that she hooked her trailer to. Hell no. So, talk all the shit you want to about Barack, Michelle. That's the last man you ever have. He ascended to the highest office, political office in the land. Was there for 8 years, had you in the White House and everything. You still fixing your lips to talk shit about him? Fuck you. If you're not with him no more, you don't get nobody else. Because we already seen what you do. And how bad you talk about even him. So a lonely man like myself probably wouldn't stand a chance. No, I don't need that kind of shot to my credibility. Nah, bitch, you done. That's okay. You done. You passed the wall anyway. You good. You good. Indulge in, the other things in life. The rest of them failed experiments who just decided to fall down on each other because they couldn't get it right with the other sex. Figure it out. I'm sure you'll have plenty of company. Cats and kitties all around. But here's the thing, Lion. I'll say this coming from a Gen Xer. Bill Clinton had a whole scandal because Bill Clinton was always that dude. Bill Clinton was always getting ass. You want to hear somebody who talks about the shit? Listen to John Mulaney's Comeback Kid special. His parents knew Bill Clinton way back in college. Bill was getting it back then. The documentary I watched on Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton about how they even met. She was in the politics then, trying to get in, and nobody was taking her serious. But they took Bill serious, and everybody liked Bill. Nobody liked her fucking ass, even in college. And the pictures they showed of her ass sitting there like in the background and shit was like, she made a move. That's all that shit is. She made a move. She made a move. Fuck you. That was a political game to maneuver herself into some kind of position. And as soon as she was there as the first lady, what the first thing she did was try to become governor and everything else. That was a stepping stone for her. She springboarded. That's why while he was president, everybody in the White House had a problem with her ass because she was there thinking she was really in charge. Talking shit and everything. I want to be in the meetings. Bitch, you the first lady. If you don't get the fuck out of here and go manage the place settings or something, the fuck? No, she wanted to be there. And Bill was the car that got her there. But I've said this since the first time I found out about it. Don't think that Bill was tapping Monica and Hillary didn't know about it. And I didn't care. As far as I know, Hill could have been sitting right there in the White House watching them both do it. I don't give a shit. I never thought she liked that man that much. Never. Never. But she ain't never jumped up on camera and talked shit about him. Even when he went through all of that shit, she didn't say nothing. It didn't hurt her political aspirations none, did it? Only thing she ain't got to be is president. And she still ain't talking shit about Bill. She still showed up to Trump's inauguration with Bill. Where was Michelle? Yeah, you don't need another man, ever. Congrats. So be miserable. You earned it. Bill was highly sociable. Highly sociable. And the thing that I heard that he did, he walked chicks home from the library. Bill had game. He don't like a personable guy. Even if you a dude and you go out to a bar and there's some cat in there that's kind of personable and cool, fun to be around, not talk and get interested, man, you'll chop it up with him. You'll have a beer with him. It's like, what do you think about Bill? Man, he all right. He cool. He funny as fuck. You know, that nigga played the sax. He was in there talking at these chicks and shit like that, playing the saxophone, talking all kind of good shit to him. Like, I could be his wingman, clean up the leftovers. But that mean ass little bitch? Yeah. What's wrong with your friend? What's wrong with her face? Y'all need to get her laid or something. Maybe she'll calm down. Yeah, exactly. Go plant a rose garden. Something. Go do something. Paint a room. Do some first lady shit. That's just supposed to be the easiest kept woman job in the world. Because that's all you got to do. Look nice and be polite. You ain't got to do shit else. And you get a Secret Service detail. Whatever you want, it's on tap. That should be the easiest kept woman job there is. No, she want to be in the fucking strategy meetings and everything else. Sitting down with the generals talking shit. What is it? Nobody voted for you. You know, shut the fuck up and sit in the side seat. Come on, man. No. So, point being, I've diverged a little bit too far. Point being is, there should be, if men had their shit together, something you can put out on the Mail of Multicultural Meat Union to let us know, like, yeah, this person is on the list. She off. She cut off. She was cut off. I mean, you've seen it. You've all seen it. You've all seen the video. You've seen it. The motion is put forth to the floor. Does it pass? It passed. Good. The person of Michelle Obama will never get another penis. Dismissed. Next order of business. Done. No more mystery meat. It's the only way you're gonna get some of this shit back on track. You're gonna have to block your shoulders. Understand your brother is your brother from any other mother. Because what Anthony Mackie talked about in that Pivot podcast about masculinity being on attack in the West, that's all masculinity, not just black folks. That's masculinity, period. Upright maleness, period. And they don't have no problem with joining arms and attacking you. You might want to understand that shit and start blocking arms and supporting your brothers when people do come to attack them. I'm not saying you got to do no chick shit and have them ruining their business or anything like that, but they should be cut off from certain services. And if you don't listen to Dr. Tiasan, you're doing yourself a disservice. But emotional labor is a service. No. I will not lift that bag for you now, and you can not get no wing ding. Have a good day. I feel like these men are not reacting to me like they should be because we know you're a bitch. And we've had a meeting. And we were all in agreement. So the male union has decided that you are persona non grata because you've done way too much on TikTok. Put out way too many videos. We've all seen it. We all agree. Thanks for raising your flag and letting us know where you are. Now we know that every man in your town ain't fucking with you. Start dating the women. Because that's the only way you're going to find some comfort. Our services are shut down. It's like John Wick when he got excommunicated from the little Assassin's Guild. What happened? Continental shut down. Services are terminated. Services are terminated. Yeah, take it like that. Men Continental. Your membership has been revoked. I'm sorry, ma'am. No. Your money's no good here and we don't want your business. You've done harm to our members. We don't appreciate that. White folks know how to play the game. Being an opportunist is part of their culture and religion. It is, but this is why I go back and forth with some of this. Some of this stuff is just people. It is. Opportunistic mentality is a female thing to me. It's because females are opportunists. That's why you don't meet a lot of females with integrity. Because integrity will keep you missing opportunities. If it doesn't seem right, if it will fuck somebody else over, integrity will not have you doing it. You can't have integrity and be an opportunist at the same time. Because the opportunist looks for the advantage for them only. And the opportunity might fuck over somebody you know. Don't matter. Where your integrity will say, don't do that, you know, Bill, don't fuck him over. Opportunities don't give a fuck about Bill, no matter how long you know. This is an opportunity for me. I'm taking it. That's women. That's why they can't be, really true friends with each other too much. And why you can hear stories of sisters fucking with they older or younger sister's man, or mama's fucking with somebody else's man, knowing that's their man. Because there's opportunity for themselves. Guys, no. You got a dude in your crew that'll fuck with your lady or try to hit on your lady. It's supposed to be bros before hoes, right? And she may not have been a hoe right up front, but if she did some shit like that, she is a hoe. She has let you know exactly what the hell she is, right? If she was hitting on your homeboy, and your homeboy came back and told you, man, your bitch was throwing me signals, man. What the fuck? Well, that ain't my bitch no more, fucker. Bros before hoes. Because at least he came back and told me that shit. Instead of trying to be her fucking simp in the pocket and hitting it, just be sitting across the table smiling with me like, yeah. No, get that shit. And I'll be done with her. I'm done because she did that shit. Knock it out, nigga. Have fun. I don't give a shit. I'm done. I already proved it to me. You can have your homeboy do that shit to test your shit. That you think it might be on something, man, throw a shot at her and see if she try to take that shit. If she don't come back to you and tell you, she ain't about shit. She want that attention. So either way, women, no. He ain't shit, girl. He ain't about nothing. Till she catch her fucking her man. I thought he wasn't about nothing. Well, not about nothing for you. But that's why I was saying he wasn't about nothing. Because I knew I was fucking. Bitch. I'm your actual blood sister. Grew up in the same house together. Had periods around the same time. You know how depressed I was and how happy I was with this man coming into my life. And you chose to fuck him? To sashay your ass all up in front of him and try to seduce him? I told you he liked that shit. What's wrong with you, bitch? She don't care. She's an opportunist. Opportunity to prove you wrong and have something that you have. And make believe is better than what you got because it's always the opportunity to elevate herself over you. Male, female, don't matter. It's an ego thing. So that's why I say opportunists don't have integrity. They can't. It doesn't function together. They don't work together. Just saying. That's just me. You can think something completely different. That's what I think from my experiences in life. Integrity is not to be found in most females. Just saying. So, anyway, Magazine Dreams. I'm not going to talk about it a lot here. I will say it is a movie worth seeing. And I can say one thing worked to its benefit is that because the movie is being kind of shadow banned in a sense, you don't hear a lot of people talking about it. You don't see it all over YouTube right now or anything like that. Probably will after this show. Not a lot is known about what happens in the movie, which is good. But the movie itself, it is some thought-provoking work. I can tell you that much. It is some really thought-provoking work. Now, there were a couple of things I didn't like about it that bothered me, but I still haven't decided if it's because I've been so used to getting spoon-fed bullshit, or is it just I haven't seen a movie like this in a while where it doesn't tell you everything up front and you are left to actually think about what is going on and infer. But no doubt about it, Jonathan Majors put in a hell of a fucking performance. A hell of a damn performance. And it was fun to actually watch these interviews with him and see him just talking, being Jonathan Majors. And then to go watch this movie and see him being Killian Maddox. And really understanding how much in this man's craft he is. How much of a master of his craft he is. And I would challenge, if you want to understand this and understand what it means to be an actor, to be a good actor, to lose yourself, in a sense, into a role, do that. Watch an interview with him. Just a candid interview with Black folks. And how he talks and speaks and stuff like that. His cadence, his word choice, where he pauses, where he doesn't. And then watch this movie and see how that character talks, speaks, cadence, things he does. I can tell you this, the character is dealing with some stuff. And at a point in this movie, I thought it was more like, I got the same vibe off of this movie that I did watching Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal. That this movie does get dark in some places. It does. It gets dark in some places. And you're like, God damn. But most of the time, it's just Jonathan Majors on the screen. He interacts with people. He does. But you're following him. And so partly through this, I kept wondering, was this a true story? I couldn't remember if this was a true story or if it was just a story that they wrote. Because, man, damn, it was close to the bone on some stuff. And in some ways, I saw myself in this character. In other ways, it was far afield from me. And I think that is the power of good acting, is that you can see yourself in that character, in that performance. You see parts of yourself in that character, in that performance. It was awesome. I don't think it was an awesome movie. I know it will go underreported, underappreciated, and it will live to the same people who don't want to go out to the movies to watch it will be the same ones watching that shit when it comes on Netflix or something like that for free and then raving about it. So you'll have to wait to see its real life when it hits streaming. But they're going to kill it in the theaters. They're going to really try to kill it in the theaters because somebody, I don't know who, really don't want this man to have a career anymore. And you can't tell me it's just about one little white bitch. You can't tell me that. I don't know what the fuck it is. If it's good. How do you know if something is good or not before you've seen it? Right, for I would ask. I was talking about this with my mother yesterday, about how I listen to people and the words that they say, and it infers programming in a sense. How would you know if it's good before you've seen it? You won't. That means somebody needs to tell you it's good before you watch it. And I'm not saying this to attack you. I'm just saying you have to ask yourself those questions. Why do I say things like that? What does it actually mean? So you understand where the programming is taking effect and where it's not, and how you can counteract it. I didn't know if the movie was good or not. That's why I went to go see it, so I could make up my mind and decide if it was good or not. And for me, it was good. I thought it was an awesome performance. I did have some questions on some things, but I asked a lot of questions of myself and everybody else around me. And for some people, it's unsettling. I don't have a problem asking myself questions because that's where I get insight from. That's where your enlightenment comes from. So I thought it was good. I did. And what is it? I'll show you this. I can show you this. I was so into it. Let's see if it tracks. Can't see it yet. Can't see it yet. Let's do this. My notes. I was so into it, I took very little notes because I was into it. I was watching it. I was enthralled. The meaning of the word enthralled. I was pulled in and transfixed, which means I was into the movie in that story. There was only a couple of scenes that kind of took me out of it to where I was shaking my head like, and it's just because it rubbed close to some real shit for me personally. That was the interesting part. Like, wow, this is a good character. But his performance and shit. What up, BMT? So if you support black men, believe Jonathan Majors got a raw deal, want to see this brother's career continue, you'll probably go see this movie. If you don't really believe in all that shit, you won't. It's just that simple. You go listen to some white boys bitching about Snow White like they give a fuck. Like it matters. Well, it matters in trying to make sure you tear down Disney. But they're doing a good enough job on that on their own. They don't need much help. You know, fuck about Snow White. And the only time you're hearing about it right now is me saying, I don't give a fuck about it. Because I really don't. I do care about this. I do care about this man's career and showing some support for that black man. After the media fucking attempted lynching that I saw over nothing. There's real people, there's real victims of abuse getting ignored right now over some shit like this. So, like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. Bumped into you on Rivals. I'm not talking about Rivals right now, but I haven't been on Rivals in 2 weeks, so you couldn't have bumped into me. And the movie was going to be shit anyway. Not Magazine Dreams, but Snow White. I find it interesting. They dropped the same day, and everybody's attention is on Snow White. So focus on the Latino white girl. Fuck that black dude. Because you would have missed it if you didn't remember, if there wasn't somebody around saying, hey, you know Magazine Dreams came out, right? Yeah, you would have missed it. Your algorithm wouldn't have had it bubbled up with anything. I haven't seen one black content creator review this shit yet. Especially not in the geek space. They too busy talking about Snow White. Really? Really, nigga? Why do you care? You should care about this one. I'm just saying. Just saying. I find it interesting. Like I said, I guess the programming works. So, other than that shit, I didn't watch Daredevil. I did watch Reacher. And I guess Andor comes out this week. So I'll be happy to watch Andor again. But, excuse me. Fucking coffee. BMT say. Trigger man. Thank you for noticing Jonathan hazing. But I thought we were supposed to be against anti-bullying laws. No, it's anti-bullying against certain people. The wimpy kid argument. It's anti-bullying. You know what's really anti-bully? Getting your nuts up and kicking a bully's ass. I was the oldest, smallest child. I've dealt with bullies. And I've had to fight bullies. I don't get the bully shit no more. I stamp it out where I see it. Why? Because I grew the fuck up and realized I need to stand up and have my own backbone. And that was taught to me early. So it didn't matter. Anti-bullying laws don't keep you from being fucking weak. It'll make you find that resilience in yourself. It does not find it in yourself to learn how to stand up for yourself and fight for yourself. It doesn't teach you that. You know what does? Shout out to Charles Faulkner, combat sports. You know, wrestling, boxing, martial arts, judo, MMA, hitting somebody with a stick, something. Something to start training the dog in you so you understand what bullying is and how to combat that shit. Meaning, you get a lot less bullying when you start beating the shit out of bullies. Just saying. When you make it their worst mistake of thinking that you was the one, that's when you stop getting that shit. Motherfuckers will leave you alone. You carry yourself different. What was the thing? What was the rule in Fight Club? Outside of not telling everybody about Fight Club, what was one of the things that they taught you? that you carry yourself differently when you've been in fights. When you understand what you can and cannot do, you carry yourself differently. People feel it. They feel it coming off of you. That maybe I don't want to fuck with this dude. Maybe not. Because no predator wants to get fucked up by the prey. No predator. Not a one. They're not looking for the hard fight. They're looking for the easy kill. And you know what the easy kill is? The weak motherfuckers who look for somebody else to protect them. You think there are laws against this? But a bully fucked with you and found out that he had picked the wrong one, that your mutant ability was kicking people's ass. Oh shit. That motherfucker will want to be your friend after that. You don't want that. You don't want that. Understand? Oh, you ain't like the rest of them. No, the fuck I'm not. Glad you recognize now. Mm-hmm. This was I forget the name of the show right now, but it ought to be the PKK. Player Killer Killer. Why? Because I hate bullies. But I know what their weakness is. Bro, when I showed a spectrum of emotions and he did in the film with brothers showing feelings, you call him soft. I just hate that. I will say this in this movie, he does cry a lot. But like I was talking about it with my mother, it's understanding that men have a range of emotions as well. And understanding and being able to accept that, especially from a black man. Like, if you listen to Jonathan Major's interview with Stephen A. Smith, he talks about crying with Megan Good, coming back to her and her holding him and him crying. Now, one part of me thought that sounded kind of weak. It did. But that is the critical part of me that has been put in me from society, right? Another part of me understands that with what that brother was going through, that's the time you might have wanted to be crying. He wasn't crying up on camera, but when he came back to his private sanctum with his woman who's standing by him, she gave him the space to be able to fucking just let that shit out. And spoke some life into him about how awesome he was. Not bullshit. So he can go back out there. Because trust, she ain't doing it for herself. She got her own money. She's an actress. Pretty good one. She can get paid for standing on camera just smiling at somebody. So it ain't for money. It's because she wants that man. And like he said it, she sees him, not the celebrity. She gave him that space to do that shit. Not a lot of women can. They don't know how to deal with that shit. They don't. They don't want to accept that you can have feelings and be so overburdened with the weight of things that you just want to break down and cry. That's called being human. We are that too. We didn't get dropped off here on a spaceship one day and just walked out. I am here to serve woman. No. No. So, him talking about that, I understood what he was going through and see, I would have did that. But she gave him space to do that and supported him in doing it. And he got back out there and tried to carry that weight. Because trust me, I don't know one of us in this audience on YouTube who would have stood up, who could stand up to that shit as well. I don't. I don't know if I could have stood up to that shit as well because he let it be known. Look, she came to him at the right time because he was contemplating self deletion at one point. That she really did save his life, and that was no bullshit. That's why he giving all his praises to the Most High right now, because he was in a very dark place, and we witnessed it. Most of it on camera. What he was actually going through, bro. That's some dark night of the soul shit. So somebody wanted him here because they sent his ass an angel. Before the devils that was trying to bring his ass down. Oh, won't let the elevator break us down. Oh no, let's go. That's the fuck was happening. You were watching it. You still seeing it. How they won't report on the movie and how they tried to bring up some old shit. They no, see, he admitted it. This seemed, it must just be my old age of living through this shit. It's like, this sounds like the same bullshit they did with OJ. They trying to make him out to be the new OJ? Jesus Christ. Really? Get the fuck out of here. He kind of persona non grata in Hollywood that some stars ain't able to speak about knowing him and shit like that. For what? Having an argument with his girlfriend? He possibly choked her. He said he agreed. That was him aggressing. He said he choked her. I know chicks who like to be choked. You think she ain't one of them? I watched this woman, if she's so scary, chase a 6-foot black man down the fucking street for not wanting to be with her. You think this is the type that don't like to be? I'm so close. I'm so close. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear nobody pillow talk conversations. That's like that Bill Burr joke. It's like, it's all well and good until you hear that shit in the courtroom, somebody reading it. Oh, he said he choked me. I told him, you choked me. He said, yes, I did choke you. That's not the way she said it. That's not the fucking way she said it. Exactly. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Who even had this clip? Who even had this? Who put that out? I don't want to hear about their freaky sex life. Who give a fuck? It's over. It's all done. He convicted of some bullshit, but he's already done. The case is over. Shut up. There's nothing to talk about anymore. Unless you're bringing her ass up on charges. Quit it, man. I'm sick of this shit. I'm not giving that shit no shine, no time. No, it will not grow here. It will not grow here. If you're a black man in this society, you will live long enough to be the villain. You will be the villain before you were ever seen as the hero. And if you are seen as the hero, like, I don't know, Will Smith, they will take delight in turning your ass into a villain for the one thing that you do. In Will's case, he slapped a black man on camera. Like I said at the time, I never knew they gave a fuck about black on black violence like that. But they don't. They didn't give a fuck about Chris getting slapped. They gave a fuck he gave him the opportunity to kill Will. To get Will ass. And Will was already tuned up from all that year and a half worth of bullshit he was getting in the press behind his idiot ass wife up there doing some dumb shit, dragging his name. Yeah, somebody else trying to resuscitate their career. Now, I want you to understand something when I say this. Hollywood does not like families and powerful black males. And you don't have to look super dark black like Jonathan Majors. You just have to be in a position to call your own shots. They don't like your ass. I saw a video the other day that put in perspective why they all of a sudden the hate train for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson pulled up after Black Adam, or right before Black Adam, and what their issue is with him. Now, y'all know I do like The Rock. I do like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I think his career is awesome. He's the same age as me. And I'm proud of seeing the brother come up from where he was, because I was watching wrestling when he rolled in as Rocky Maivia. I was old enough to actually watch games where he was playing college football and shit like that. Okay, so I've watched his career grow this whole time. I'm proud of what he does for himself. Is he arrogant? Oh, hell yeah. Arrogant as fuck. So? What they got to do with me? I ain't gonna fuck him. And he ain't my boss. So? Does he put forth good work? Does he put the work in? Yes, he does. So what the hell are you upset about? I was in this video. They were going over all this stuff about The Rock, and it was a short video on Instagram. Motherfucker is worth $800 million. Close to being a billionaire. You think Hollywood like that? For a wrestler? He's just a wrestler. He's just a meathead. I told y'all, when that Black Adam shit came out and everybody was up in arms about what he said in the DC fandom about the balance of power shifting, them motherfuckers got on the train. The bandwagon pulled up, they jumped on it, and it was all about, we hate Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I couldn't figure out why it was. After Black Adam came out and they went through their whole smear campaign on that movie from start to finish, same way they did with Captain America 4, but mind you. I was watching that too. You start hearing things from behind the scenes, and what you heard behind the scenes was that little sack of shit over at Warner Brothers, Pete Safran, got his fees because The Rock went around him to get that damn movie made. That The Rock pulled a fucking G move, right, to say, well, these people are holding me up for 15 years trying to get this movie made. I'm going to go around them and go to the boss. You know, the head of the company, Zaslow. He went to him, struck a deal with him, and got that movie made. Well, Pete Safran was upset about that. How the fuck do I care? He got the movie out. Well, at the premiere, he didn't want to serve anything but Terramana. So the fuck what? You know why he can do something like that? Because he owns his own alcohol. So why wouldn't you promote your own alcohol at your premiere for the movie you starring in? For them. It's their character. It ain't his. Shut your bitch ass up. Where's your accomplishments? Because what I can see, you sitting at DC presiding over these fucking bombs. And back burnering this project for 15 years. Then that motherfucker really got some charge because his buddy, James Gunn, came over to DC, and now they are co-runners of the Warner Brothers universe, or the DC universe. And one of the first characters to go was Black Adam. Well, why do you think that was? Because Pete was pissy. And I've seen that shit filter from Warner Brothers the whole time about being pissy about The Rock. All of a sudden, everybody pissy about The Rock. For what? Because he make money? Look, you understand that Hollywood hates it when people are successful not because of Hollywood. You know that, right? That they weren't able to put the golden glove on your shoulder and say you will be the next star. And you become that. You know that, right? That's part of what Anthony Mackie was talking about in that interview, and everybody got hung up on the masculinity part because they've proven his point that there is a war on masculinity. That's why they focused on that, just that one segment. He also talked about how people were nowhere, and then they just blew up to the biggest star in the year, biggest star in the world all of a sudden. Which was the point he was making by, you are chosen. It's not about your fucking hard work. You are chosen. That's what that is. That's that golden glove I was just talking about. Rock didn't get it like that. He earned it. He built the fan base up. Somebody gave him an opportunity to shine in some place, and he worked it the fuck out. He repped it. He pressed it. He carried it, that weight. And he is a success now because of it. And people like him. That's why he can do candid videos of just rolling up in his truck somewhere and everybody, oh my God, it's The Rock. Hey man, they signing pictures and kissing babies and all that shit. Motherfucker run for office, I bet you he'd win. And that's what people hate. Because he's not something that was made by them. It's natural. And you have enough masculinity and nuts to tell you where to get the fuck off. Or I will beat the shit out of you. I will smacketh you the fuck down. They don't like that shit. It don't work with Hollywood. They like you being kind of soft and squishy. He ain't. If you believe wrestling is real or not, he can get in the ring and throw grown men around. You see that, right? He does look like he can deliver a punch that will knock a motherfucker out. You know that, right? He has played football, so he's not afraid of no real contact. Not that use your words type of motherfucker. No. You know that, right? You know that that's the same thing with Jonathan Majors, too. You know that, right? He's the same kind of person. An athlete. Not afraid of no contact. To tell you no with no reasoning other than because I fucking said so. You know that, right? Hollywood has a problem with that. Hollywood has a huge problem with that kind of shit. Even Anthony Mackie, whether you like him or not, that's what he's talking about in his interview when he's talking about Hollywood. That's what it is. You might just be chosen. I don't give a fuck about your hard work necessarily. And if you're a masculine man, it's going to be a hard road. It's going to be tough sledding on me. There's going to be some tough sledding. But The Rock is hated because he's successful. He's damn near a billionaire right now. They try to keep that from happening. You don't think so? How much money did Kanye lose when they figured out he was a billionaire? And Kanye can say some dumb shit. But Kanye is probably one of the ones, too, that'll tell you, well, fuck you. And mean it. And stay having a fine white bitch on his arm so they can hate him even more. Having her trouncing out there half naked or completely naked. Give him something else to hate on. He's not a billionaire anymore. So, why they hate Bill Gates? Because he's a billionaire. And just as odd as fuck. Just as odd as he want to be. But you've already seen it. If you haven't, I'll play it for you again. Bill Gates is the type of motherfucker that will tell you to, richest man in the world, in the billions, will tell you to go fuck yourself. They hate shit like that. They want people to use their words and they get mad about the words they use. You're weak. That's what it is. You're weak. The tyranny of lesser peoples. So I understand why they hate The Rock now. He's too rich. He's got too much power. I don't like a black man with power. Hence Black Adam. Jonathan Majors was coming up really quick. In the MCU, Kang was a character with some power. And he was black. Yeah, we don't like that. We don't like those images out there. No, I could be wrong. I could be. But I could also be right. And if you think I'm wrong, show me where this motherfucker was doing something that was really objectionable. Prove it. Because I'm looking at the same thing out in the world as your ass is. Show me your best political spin job to turn that in some other way other than they just hate this motherfucker because he's successful and keeps being successful in spite of them. The dude that named his company $7 Entertainment, because if you know his story, that was all he had in his wallet at the lowest point in his life. And it's now worth $800 million. And still talk to regular people. Sitting on the board or something. He ain't got to be that damn personable. You know that, right? You don't have to be that damn personable to sit down and talk with anybody. Because he sat down on the Pivot podcast too. And I watched that, and it was a good interview. He sat down with some regular brothers, athletes in that sense, and just had a regular conversation. That was on there too. And every time I hear him in an interview, I relate more to him. Because I own his book, his biography he did when he was with WWE. I bought that shit and read it. God damn. Man, any success you get, man, all for it. All for you. I may not watch every Rock movie. I don't have to. He ain't selling it just to me. So what? I don't shit on him having any success. Just like I wouldn't shit on Jonathan Majors for having any success. I've seen the movies he did. I saw the ones that people didn't even know who the fuck he was before he showed up as Victor Timely. I know who he is. Yeah. Like BMT was saying earlier, Last Black Man in San Francisco. That's that dude. Yeah, he was a hell of a performance. I thought he was really like that. No. Then that was a hell of a performance. Most of y'all hadn't even heard of that goddamn movie. So he ain't new to me. I'm one of the few people on YouTube who've even said they've watched Devotion. Even reviewed it. And that was a movie made by a white boy. True story. Real life black man that he's playing. Awesome. Some of y'all still ain't seen it. I support this brother's work, not just the comic book shit. I want to see success happen. And when this bullshit happened, yeah, it could seem like it was planted, ill-timed, what have you, but it was some bullshit. And it only made it worse when the video came out. Like, this is some fucking bullshit. I don't know how you can get convicted of a crime running from somebody that ain't the police. Whatever, man. They just need their boogeyman. They just need the boogeyman. Fine, whatever the fuck. Her pinky got hurt. He harassed her. He didn't call that bitch. She called him. Whatever, man. They didn't pick me for the jury. I don't get a say. What up, Faulkness? Masculinity. I can dictate reality to you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Yes. Yes. You heard your bat signal, right? I said arrogant, and you heard it showed up. Because Charles is arrogant as fuck. Do something about it. Do something about it. Because Charles got confidence in himself. You know what he can do. He knows exactly what he can do and what he can't do. The only people that usually end up hating your ass is the motherfuckers that can't do shit about you. That's just what it is. Just what it is. Yeah. But boy, you keep hitting on that same point. They don't want Hector from Troy. No, they want what happened to Hector and Troy, getting drug around the outsides of the gate. They don't want to give black audiences hope, pride, and respect. That's why they didn't recast T'Challa and made the feminist debacle Wakanda forever. Yes, it's always evident. It's always evident. They don't want you to get no time and no shine unless it can make them some money. And it can, but they don't want you to have that because they don't want to promote that kind of ideal in your head. Like I saw Angry Man is doing a thing on Joe Budden right now, right? And one of the most interesting parts, when I was listening to Angry Man stream the other day on that Melissa Ford's goofy ass arguing with Joe Budden about what Anthony Mackie said in Manhood and Raising Children, which she should know nothing the fuck about. And should shut the fuck up, really. I don't know why they even entertained that conversation. Something he said was really poignant that just ran over and nobody even paused on that for a minute, was that you can tell there's a war on masculinity because they're quicker to show you two men kissing than they are to show you a man being masculine. A man being masculine is a problem. Two men kissing, they don't have a problem showing you that shit any day of the week. You can see that where any little kid can see it. I said, and that's real. That lets you know who's behind that shit. That lets you know the coalition, the axis of evil, who hate masculinity. And trust me, it ain't all women. So that point got ran over, which I thought was the most important point of the whole conversation. Because Melissa Ford, good, I sell my body and made myself famous off of that ass. Don't need to be talking shit about raising kids or masculinity and manhood. Or victimhood. I had something happen to me when I was a kid, really. And you got to the point of actually pretty much selling your body to men. Then I find out I can't believe you then, bitch. Because actual victims don't put themselves in the position to be oogled by men like that. Right? If that was something traumatic that happened to you at a young age, then it don't sound like that would be something that you would pick as a profession. Shut the fuck up. Me and my mother was having a laugh on that shit because I was telling her about it. This chick, Melissa Ford, she was a video vixen or whatever the fuck, and she thought 15 was too young to be the man of the house. I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? And my mother was looking at her like, yeah, what? I was like, She don't know shit, mama. She only know how to tease dick to make money. I didn't say that to my mother, but like 15 years old, I already had a job. My first paying on the books job. Not my first job, the first on the books paying job. BGS had pointed this out where he said in other cultures, you already a man at 8 to 12. My coworker on the Tiger team was telling me about rolling into a house, and they are Arab, and he came to the house to fix something. The mother went upstairs. The 8-year-old boy met him at the door. Hello, sir, how can I help you? He was the man of the house because dad was gone. He's the man of the house, 8 years old, talking to another grown-ass man like, yeah, you don't come in. What's up? What can I help you with? And mama went upstairs, understanding he the man of the house, so you're going to have to handle it. Yeah. Yeah, you a man a long time. You a man as soon as you start being trained to be a man. The problem is Western women nowadays don't train men to be men. They can't. They'll never want to see a boy grow up to be a man because in that situation, they have to listen to his ass in some sense. So that's why Melissa Ford's good goofy ass sitting up there thinks 15 is too young for that much responsibility. Are you fucking kidding me? There's people that start whole families at 15. Stop exposing your goofy ass ways and letting us know why you fucked up. Because this shit that Anthony Mackie talking about is normal. That's normal shit. You don't start training a kid to be a man when he's 30, when he's 20. You start training his ass at 5 if you're smart. So he knows what to do. And that's the point that BGS was making about that same video. You are not trained for these fucking roles. And if you do, you start early. You don't start late. You start early. 15 is way old enough. You want a funny example? Some of y'all might get it. Some of y'all won't. I'll just put it out there because this is a geek channel and it's funny to me to say it. How old was Ash Ketchum when he left Pallet Town on his Pokemon adventure? How old was that kid? How old was he? Put it in the chat if you know the answer. How old was he? Packed up his backpack, got on his bicycle, kissed his single mama goodbye, and left on his Pokemon journey, discovering the world. How old was he? Shit, Malika, no, that's my boy right there. This nigga know things. His head ain't big because it's empty. Damn, they're 12. 12! That motherfucker was traveling the world at 12. It's a cartoon. From Japan, because that's their culture. They didn't give a fuck about that when they, oh, is he too young to do this? No. That motherfucker out on his own in the world. 12. Just him and his bicycle. And you know what? He run into a bunch of other kids who's doing the same shit. It's only young if you think young. It's not too young. You know what your kid is ready to handle. And if you ain't trained them to handle shit, they'll never be ready for anything. Just like they'll never be able to stand up to a bullet. Dumbasses. I think it was 10. Yeah, he was. 10 to 12. Ash was young. That's the most interesting part about that story. You want something contemporary? How old was Naruto? When he was out there fighting for his life against other ninjas and shit. How old was he? Japanese culture, right? Okay, how old was Naruto? How old was Sasuke? How old was Team 7 when they got together? When they linked up? How old were they? Were they grown? No, it's called child raising, not being a kid with your kid. And if your kid cannot function in the world as an adult before they get there, you've not done your damn job as a parent. You failed in your assignment. Yeah, shotgun weddings at 15. Why? Because that's why you needed the shotgun to keep that little young motherfucker. Hey, look, this is what it is now, bro. Mm-mm. We ain't gonna do this willy nilly fucking around shit. No. You can get it together. Should have been more responsible. My parents made me in charge of my sisters when they went on a 4-day vacation. I was in my teens. I was in charge of my brother. My brother is 3 years younger than me. I've been in charge of my brother since that motherfucker popped out the womb. And left in charge. I had keys to my home and responsible for getting myself and my brother up on time. I asked to school. I asked home from school, taking care of chores, all that shit. In 3rd grade, nigga. That was before 8. Keeping track of time, bus schedules, getting us. Come on, man. You do it when you taught to do it. And it helps to start teaching motherfuckers to do that shit early. That's why when I got divorced, before I hit 40, it was the first time in my life I hadn't been responsible for anybody else. I was at 40. So I feel like such a fucking old man now. Stupid. And when you sit there and let women like that talk and hear that dumb shit coming out their mouth and you don't shut it down, you just as dumb as her. No experience, no understanding. We shouldn't be listening to you. You should be shutting up and listening. You need less of a microphone and more earmuffs so we can circulate through your fucking empty head of how actual child raising works. I would like to say Anakin 8 went to the Jedi training. Luke 19, Dick Grayson 10, Barbara Gordon 16, Jason Todd 10, Tim Drake 12, Matt Murdock 12, trained by Stick, Bruce Lee 14, trained by Ip Man, Brandon Lee, trained since he was 4 by his daddy, Bruce Lee. You start early. You don't start late. That's women thinking, oh, he's a baby. He ain't a baby. He stopped being a baby when that motherfucker can stand up. That's no longer a baby. That's a toddler. Yeah, baby is a short amount of time. They want to stretch that shit to fucking 25 and 30. No. Hell no. He a baby for a short time, and that's it. What up, Beast? You start early with kids. I talked to my son about sex at 5. I talked to my daughter about sex about the same time. My son did not have a child till he was with this woman that he is with right now. Being a father together, bought a house together, they a couple, they a family. Not until like damn near 25 or so. My daughter still don't have a child yet. And she has traveled the world. Her last trip was to Croatia. No, I started early. So we don't have to finish behind. Dumbasses. Yeah. I would stand to reason that most of us within a certain age range who are kind of upstanding people and know how to take care of our shit right now, we learned that shit way back when, below the age of 10. I know I was washing dishes and learning how to keep house way younger than that. Just for me. I don't think I'm that much of an oddball in knowing how to take care of shit. I don't. I just don't. I know some people that don't know how to do shit. Didn't learn how to wash their goddamn clothes, so they went off to college. Like, you were ruined. And this is a woman. Because mama didn't want to teach her shit. Made her terrible as a fucking woman. All you know how to do is look pretty, but not how to wash your fucking panties. That's bad parenting to me. I started wrestling at 14, won my first championship at 14, 16 internationally, 17. Yeah, by 16, you had left the country. You won the Army at 17, with the police department at 25, and a father at 25. Yeah. You damn near middle age already. You damn near done already. You wait for grandpahood. Take care of me and my brother at my age. Yeah, that was me. So, no, Melissa Ford don't know what the fuck she talking about and should have shut up. There should have been nothing she had to say on that conversation. Really, tell me more. But she ain't that kind of woman, is she? No. And I told y'all before, it's really bothersome to me that I can see a pretty ass woman who cuss worse than I do. I'm not ignorant. I just happen to like curse words. I'm not ignorant at all. I have a big vocabulary. I don't have to use it a lot of the time because a lot of motherfuckers I talk to are stupid as shit. They wouldn't understand the words I was using. But I do happen to like curse words. They're more fun. They get the point across in small bites so dumb motherfuckers can get it. And they're just fun to me. They are. They're entertaining. They're colorful. Make for good visuals. And a multi-tool, like the multi-tool I wear, they have multiple uses. And I like that. But her, she's pretty. Why does she need to curse? To be heard? To be seen? No, you're just ignorant, bitch. That's unnecessary on you. And it's really unattractive. Because you've never heard me talk about how much I desire Melissa Ford. No. I wasn't even watching the Joe Budden. I was just listening to it. Shut that bitch up. And I'm sure she'd have issue with me calling her a bitch. Good. Please do. And while you have an issue with it, understand that you're performing in that fashion. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think attractive women should actually have more, how you say, class. Not seem like overly made up men. You might as well get that transition and finish the job. But that shit is not attractive to me at all. Especially out in public. So I went a ways on that point. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. Shout out to Malaki Me Bang. He did support the stream on Thursday. He beat all of y'all to the punch. The early bird in the building. I will give you Malika. Excuse me. Excuse me. that previously. Appreciate it. I have to get some water. I might have to get some water. See if anybody else chimed in with my light off. Let's do this. Damn, I didn't put that thing up here yet. Shout out to Aquatechie. Appreciate you, Aquatechie, for supporting the stream. I didn't put your thing up here yet. So I'll give you this one. Appreciate you, Aquatechie, for supporting.
Yo, I'm doing all right. Yes, sir. I get an attitude when my money ain't right. The team don't want to see me rich. I bet they all back down when they hit a click. Yo,
all right. What I'm going to do for this next part is I'm going to drop this link, and if he can come up, I want him to, because I did watch Reacher this week, and me and his brother was talking about this last week, and I'm in complete agreement. Even my mother, who watches Reacher, ain't that goddamn old, 60s. She wasn't feeling this shit either. And I'm talking about this ridiculous love affair angle in Reacher. I'm not liking this. And not for this chick. I get more comfort out of a twig splashing a bear's ass than I'm watching Reacher messing with this little bony ass chick. That is not doing it for me in this show. I'm audibly and physically repulsed when I see that shit. I'm like, oh, this shit is so lame. So goddamn lame. I remember the dude that I had on the panel with not so masculine name had a whole business but couldn't understand statistics. People like that walk. There's a lot of types of people walking around Rainfire, which is amazing. Amazing that they function in the world as adults, because it's more evident in the later generations, the millennials on up, that you can function in a lot of ways. You can function highly in one or two areas and be totally deficient in a bunch of other ones. Like, in this day and age, some of these kids are really tech savvy. They can do all of this shit technically, right? Computers and all the rest of that shit, which is good. It is good. They have no fucking social skills. None whatsoever. It's like they've never been around people before. Like they are new to this planet and don't understand social interactions or how to talk to people without getting punched in the face. They don't get it. And I see that shit and I'm just getting really, really clumsical looking at it like, how does that even work? How do you end up in this position at this age? I'm really trying to figure this shit out because apparently I like puzzles. And I'm really trying to figure out, like, how did they end up here? Nothing in life got you to the point where you know how to talk to people? That doesn't make any sense to me. You must investigate further to figure out how this happens so we can cut it off at the source and stop it from happening ever again. Kill it in the womb. Something. Humans got to see themselves through the love interest so they'll believe it can them. Yeah, where it is forced. It's forced as fuck. Well, already, yeah, it's forced as fuck. It's not forced in a good way. It's inappropriate forcing. Okay? I feel dirty watching this shit. Like, ew. She's just sexually assaulted him. That's an HR complaint. Abusing her authority. Something. It's not romantic. It ain't even hot, passionate. No. The fuck, dude. You're a tool. She's using you like a fucking tool. Since it's so rare Common sense is what I call it, Charles, the uncommon sense. It's not common. It's uncommon. It's uncommon sense. I have that. Uncommon sense. Because it's not in everybody. Apparently not. What up, Mr. Matt?
What up, Artisan? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right.
Good, good.
You liking the early show?
Yeah, I'm loving it, bro. Are you still in North Carolina? I mean, not North Carolina. You still in Georgia, or you back?
No, I'm back in Cali. I'm back in Cali.
Oh, man.
I changed. Yeah, I changed the time just because y'all, East Coast folks, I really got a good understanding of that, how late it was on y'all side when I do the show at 11 in Cali. So I decided to get up early and do the show at 8, so it could be 11 o'clock for y'all.
Nah, you were real, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, no worries. I want to see y'all show up, hear y'all voices. So
yeah.
Man, this nigga running into my eating time, man. It's 6 o'clock. We got to sit down and get the good food.
Man, what? Sometimes I still work on the on Sunday, so it's like that afternoon time. I'm like, I'd love to tap in with you, but you know, if I'm seeing people, you know, in the afternoon, like
it's California. I can do 4 hours here from 8 to 12 or 1 and still get up and go do some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ruining my life. So it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice I'm making for y'all. Appreciate you coming up.
But you saw Magazine Dreams, though. Did you talk about Magazine Dreams yet? I had to go ahead.
I did see Magazine Dreams. I talked periphery about it. I did not go into it because I want people to see the movie. I will put a reaction on YouTube, but my review will be on Patreon.
Okay.
If you don't know what my Patreon is, read the goddamn description. That's why I write all that shit.
All right, I got you.
Yeah, do some work. Like, so I'll put it up there. And if nobody sees it, then nobody sees it. It is what the fuck it is, dude. But I do a lot of stuff for 5 years, 6 years now, just for free, giving away shit for free. And people love stealing free shit.
Oh, yeah.
They don't respect it. So maybe I'll put it behind a paywall and you start respecting that shit.
What's your opinion? Pay for it, nigga.
That's what it is.
You know what I think? Hey, man.
I'm a capitalist.
Yes. Yes. Gotta make that bread off of it. So what have you talked about so far? Because I'm sorry I was...
I didn't go into the movie at all outside of saying that it was really thought-provoking, really enthralling. Yeah. And it went dark in some places I didn't even expect. It was giving me some stuff I was not expecting in that movie.
Yeah. I explained.
Yeah, they did a good job. The shadow banning is helping because nobody has spoiled the movie in any sense. When I sat down to the movie, I didn't know what I was going to expect except a motherfucker up there posing and what I saw in the trailer. That was it. And what I got totally beyond that shit. Like, holy shit. Oh, yeah,
for sure. Definitely.
So it was an awesome performance. Jonathan Majors did not phone it in.
He did not.
Most of the damn time. And you don't forget, you see the character of Killian Maddox, but you see Jonathan Majors and you see how closely some of the shit parallels the shit that they've gone through this last year, which makes it like amazing because the movie was filmed before that shit even happened.
Yeah,
so
like, super hard.
Yeah, it hard. So it was like, jeez. So yeah, I wasn't spoiling Magazine Dreams. I just said that I went and saw it. I got my notes. I will do my review. But and where you can find it. But other than that, I'm giving no free game on Magazine Dreams. Go watch the fuck. Everybody want to talk about Snow White? Go watch Snow White. Then. Go watch Snow White. I want something of some substance. You need to Magazine Dreams. It's in the theaters right now. I saw it and it was not full. I was one of probably 12 people in there.
I was one of like 6. I was on like 6 or 8 people.
Yeah,
I went yesterday too.
Like this movie's gonna die and it's gonna have to have a second life. It's gonna die in the theaters. You hear people report that shit. But it's gonna die in the theaters and then it's gonna have to get that second life in that big mass viewing, in secret streaming channel where who will say out loud that they hate him and think he did some shit is gonna sit back and watch that shit there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'll look to see who report on that kind of dumb shit.
But
then, Magazine Dreams, I just talked generally about that. I didn't watch Daredevil, but I know the Punisher showed up. I did watch Reacher, who I was getting into, and that's why I put that link in there, because I wanted Malika to come up and talk about this shit. So we can,
the Reacher episode? Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can have that oneness on him. It's fine that you up here, but I wasn't sure about Malika's schedule, but I know me and Malika was on the same vein with I'm hating this love story angle. I'm hating this love story.
I don't love it. I don't love it. It feels forced. It's so forced. I didn't see her as a love interest. I'm sorry. I did not see her as a love interest when you first got there. I didn't see it.
No, she was not a love interest. I could see her being horned up and wanting some of the reach, but I didn't see him being interested.
It being just purely physical, it's fine.
Yeah, and every time you see her, she forcing something on him. I'm like, dude, that's sexual harassment, ain't it?
Yeah.
He ain't said nothing. He looked shocked. It's like she abusing a dude. Like, oh, yeah, what you doing?
Yeah.
I don't want it. So it's like, ugh, Jesus, dude, you was forcing yourself
on
you.
Bro, when she first kissed him, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Because where did it come from? Like, where did this come? Like, it came out of left field.
No, they don't have no chemistry.
No, they don't.
And in this episode, what does she do? She get a little bit. She get a little meat stick, and then what she doing? She trying to use that to get. Oh, he'll be there. What? Because you baby. God damn! So now he's just a big 300-pound simp. All of a sudden, he just gonna be because you told him to.
Because I gave him pussy, so he's supposed to follow my instructions. Like, bitch.
Yeah, I gave him some. I gave him some of this little bit. So yeah, he got to do what I say now. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the hell out of here. I'm really not liking this.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's.
Oh, you at work? You at work still? Okay. And you said spoil away. You don't care. You ain't missing shit. I can spoil this stuff. Doing nothing for you. Still watch it. Be like, yeah, Artisan was right. This was some bullshit.
But Neely that bitch though. Neely.
And this is the other thing. I'm not liking them trying to make Neely that bitch. I'm not liking that shit.
You don't like it?
I don't like it. Neely was cool in the first 2 seasons. Neely was cool, but the way they propping Neely up now, they're trying to make her just all that hatred, cruel ass bitch. That's not what I'm looking for from Neely. Neely had a heart to her for me the first 2 seasons. She had a heart to her. She had her own little dysfunctions, but she had a heart and she cared about Reacher. This season, they turned her into the cold-blooded killer.
I don't like that. I think she should
care about nothing and nobody. I'm like, nah, something's wrong. This is not character. And like War Ready is putting in there, I know they prepping her for a spinoff show. That's what they're trying to make her in a spinoff show? This cold, unfeeling bitch? No. She ain't enough to be that bitch like that.
No.
She's skinny as fuck. No, I'm not buying it. Yes, with a gun in her hand, she talking big shit. Without a gun, what are you doing, Neely? Come on, man. Come on. You got to play to the character and who you got playing this character right now.
Yeah.
It's like saying, did I like Letitia Wright? Yes, Letitia Wright is a nice actor. Did I buy her as the Black Panther? No, she's too fucking small.
Yeah.
No, she's too goddamn small. Do I like Natalie Portman? I do like Natalie Portman. Do I buy her as female Thor? No, she ain't got enough muscle mass for that shit. You better get Gina Carano or somebody in here so I actually believe it now. No, I'm not buying that from that actress. She's beautiful, but no.
Yeah.
No, I don't like this Neely this season. She is too much of a cold psychopath. Sitting there eating cereal, watching motherfuckers bleed out. Yeah, they came to kill you, but that seemed like a bit far for the character to me.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I only know the character from watching the show. I don't know it from reading the novels. Maybe that's what she is in the novels. I don't know. My relation to the character is from the show. And from the show, from what I've seen, that is a departure. That character is going on a way darker route right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like she just don't care. She don't care about people or nothing. And just tough talking. Like, man, I watch you doing an investigative show, but I can't have the tech nerd being a psychopath too.
Yeah.
That's
That was a bit much.
That's the two things that's bothering me with this season. Outside of this seeming kind of boring and convoluted,
Mm-hmm.
they don't know where it's
going.
No, she's cute. She is an attractive woman. Make no mistake about it. She's an attractive woman, but she don't look big enough to be trying to bring the attitude that she's bringing.
Yeah,
it's not believable. Her with the Barrett 50 and a sniper rifle somewhere, like, oh, you going in the front, big guy? Okay, I got you covered. I buy that.
Season 1, season 2.
Yeah, season 1, season 2. This season 3, I'm not totally feeling that. It's just something that's different, Charles. Something that's fucking different right now. Yeah, she has a heart and soul. And a place, yes, she has a heart and soul. This season, she don't have no heart and soul. She don't. She's about to shoot this. She did something completely fucking stupid in this episode where she comes at this man on his front stoop with a gun out.
Yeah, that I did not like that. I did not like that. I was talking about more when she came through Deus Ex Machina style.
Yeah.
You're like, come on. Yeah.
What are you doing? What? Right, broad daylight, right out here. I'm gonna shoot you in the head right here. No, you're not.
No, yeah. It wasn't believable.
Like, catching him on the creep in the house after he went out and got the paper and came back in with his little robe and his little slippers on and beating his ass over the head in the kitchen. Yeah, I can see that from you. Yep. That is how somebody who was not that big would position themselves to take advantage of the situation. Mm-hmm. She rolled up like she fucking Reacher. I'm this big imposing person, and I got a gun. Nigga, I'm gonna blow your brains out unless you tell me what I want to know. Right out here on the street in broad daylight.
Yeah,
I'm not buying that for that character. I'm not.
I don't. I didn't like that part. I did not like that part. I was more saying so her kind of like, hey Neely, I got a thing, and the way she just does that, like she's always there. You know, that kind of. If something goes wrong or I need some extra, she's right there with it. Because, like, you know, that's great.
Yeah, that's family. I'm gonna be there. He helped me out. He's helped me out and saved my life a number of times. I'm gonna be there. It's not tracking for how she was, even from the last season. Last season, mind you, we got to see the 110.
Yeah,
we got to see the whole 110 that was alive last season. We see how they interact, how their personalities are. This seems like a departure for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just following the show. This seems like this is character seeming a bit different. What happened in last season? They trying to turn her into something she ain't. Trying to bolster her a little bit too much for this spinoff show. Like, I don't know.
You're doing too much.
Yeah, Charles, you watch wrestling. You know when somebody getting the bump. They're trying to put them in position. You read comics and you watch wrestling. You know what happens. How did they introduce in comic books? How did they introduce Meryl to make you think that Meryl was something that you should take serious? They had her beating Wolverine. They had her out there fighting some of the best fighters in that universe to prove that she was something. No, she wasn't shit. She got bones before Wolverine popped his bone. Oh, come on, man. No. They do the same thing in wrestling. You know, when somebody about to try to get over, they start putting them up against people that they shouldn't be beating, and they just beating them. Like, come on, man. I see this with Neely right now. This is not working. This doesn't feel organic. Just like this DEA agent throwing her thirsty ass on Reacher and him laying down and banging it out. It seems natural. It don't seem natural.
No, you don't even do that. Like, women have to literally throw themselves at him. Like, that's his thing. His thing is not like, I'm going to sleep with every woman I see. He don't do that. And so automatically.
Yeah, Charles, exactly. Neely is the sniper. She can be side to side of Reacher if he kicking in the door. But she ain't the motherfucker kicking in the door. She ain't big enough to kick in. Because she ain't big enough to block the breach.
Nope.
Nobody can stand behind her. They get you fucking shredded. No. Get the fuck out of here, dude. But that's how they propping her up like she is the Reacher in this shit. Like, no, man. Nobody is afraid of her like that.
She's the lady Reacher. Like, no, she's not. She's not the lady Reacher. There is no lady Reacher.
The lady Reacher was the one Reacher was banging out last season.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, yeah.
Oh, girl, yeah. That's the one I like him. I'm like, nah, the rest of these chicks.
Yeah, where's he at, though?
Exactly. That was who he should be with. He should be fucking with the little DA, especially since, like Malika has said, she is incompetent as fuck.
No.
Incompetent
I mean, yes, she is. I mean, yeah.
Losing teammates, safe houses, money, CIs, all dude, she shouldn't even have a job after this.
The way it started, like, oh, somebody they filmed on the wrong property. Like, what the hell? Like, come on now.
Oh my god, yeah, that's fucking stupid. You were incompetent at your job. This season, whoever were the writers fumbled the ball with a few characters. I would think so. That's why I'm really curious on if they are being true to the book or they start taking liberties with the book.
Probably that. Because Reacher's got how many books are there in Reacher?
I don't know. There's a lot. Because this don't seem consistent. It doesn't seem consistent at all.
No.
And like I said last episode of this shit, why are we introducing a third villain this late into the season? This don't make any sense. We don't need 3 fucking villains. We don't need 3 goddamn villains. You got Beck, you got Quinn, and now you got this Russian. What? That's too convoluted. Who does this? Did Lee Child write that? I don't believe he did. I don't think he wrote that. That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Well, Beck's not a villain anymore.
Yeah.
So
exactly. He's not a villain anymore. He's a sympathetic guy that we want to see him get back with his son again. Why do I care about this little wimpy ass kid? I swear I was watching this shit thinking I was watching My Bodyguard.
Yes.
That old movie from the 80s with Adam Baldwin, where he was there with the little wimpy kid.
Did anybody read the book? It makes you think. Did they read the book?
Enough to pull part of it and move on. Like,
9 books. Oh, thank you, Malika. 9 books?
Okay, I can get through
9.
that. Get through 9. Maybe I need to invest some time in reading those 9 books after I finish my 50 Shades of Grey reread.
Yeah.
No, I ain't forgot, nigga. I forgot my like it until I ain't forgot. Just
9 books.
I don't read on a plane with when I'm crowded.
Oh yeah. That's a secret by yourself book.
Bad enough I'm watching Reacher on the plane and they get to that stupid ass sex scene. I'm like, oh my god, are these people thinking I'm watching porn up here? This stupid shit. Oh my god.
Man.
Made it to black. I said, thank God, because I didn't want to watch that shit. I did not want to watch that shit. I was appalled that it even happened. And I'm not polypurebred about sex and stuff like that, but I was disgusted when I saw that shit. She kissed him. I was like, oh my fucking God, they about to fuck. Oh, Jesus. I'm just shaking my head like, I don't need to be, I could watch something else. Let me watch Farscape. Get into some new shit, because this is turning my stomach, dude. This is turning my stomach right now.
Mm-hmm.
That Teresa storyline. Yeah, that Teresa shit is dumb as fuck. That's what I was getting to.
Unnecessary.
That exactly what I was getting to, War Ready. The biggest dangling carrot of this whole fucking season. Teresa. Who gives a shit? I know what point you're trying to make. The human trafficking shit. Yeah. Whatever the fuck. That's why you have
it slows down the plot so much.
It's so slow. And then they introduce another person, Mrs. D, her grandmother. I don't give a fuck about this whole bitch. Oh my God, that could have been summed up in dialogue or phone call or something.
Yes.
Oh man, what a waste. This I don't know what the hell is going on in this season.
But they put more woman stuff into it though. Like add more ladies into the Reacher, because Reacher, is a male-centered, male-focused thing. So they're just having to add more women to the whole thing, because men can't have anything.
You know what women really like? What women really like, even lesbian women really like? Masculine men. Except for the fact that lesbian women like masculine men for a different reason, because they like masculine men because they want to see what they want to emulate.
Yeah.
Okay. Lesbian women don't want to fuck masculine men. They want to be masculine men. Heterosexual women want to fuck masculine men. So they like watching that on screen. I don't know who they thought needed all this touchy-feely bullshit and this forced sex and all the rest of this stuff. That's dumb as fuck. It's dumb.
They want to see it, and they think people will kind of go for it. It's like if you give people what like they're trying to change the recipe. Like the reason what made Reacher is Reacher. If you're trying to make Reacher something, if you talk about this all the time, like if you make Reacher not Reacher, but call it Reacher, people are gonna get even more pissed because you made Reacher not Reacher and then called it Reacher. That makes sense?
Yes, Charles. Lesbians will fuck masculine men. They will. They will. My cousin's like that. My cousin's bisexual, but she will fuck a dude. And I know the dude she will fuck is my homeboy because she like masculine men. That's what she was raised around. Yeah, she'll be a total stud to some chick, but my homeboy always get dibs, get the roll in there because she like that masculinity. Just what the fuck it is. It's a little unknown secret. It's not. It's an open secret. Okay. So it's not that big of a fucking deal. I don't get it. This season is not hitting on all cylinders for me. And
No.
I heard complaints that people didn't really like the last season because they thought it was more like the Avengers or some shit because it's all these other characters introduced. It's like, no, we needed to see the one him. That was the best season.
Yeah,
that's the best season because we got to see the people that he surrounded himself, the people that he brought into this one tip special investigators. We got to see that crew. That was a spin-off show I would like to see.
Oh yeah.
You could see each one of them. I didn't need just a Neely show. Because I would think a whole show with just about Neely would probably not be that damn good.
No.
It wouldn't be. Because Neely functions in Reacher as you see her sometimes you don't.
She works in the shadows.
She works in the shadows, and it works that way. But if you have a special investigator show where you got those other four characters there and you keep tapping in on each one of them, what they doing, that's more interesting because they all have different skill sets. They do.
Yeah.
So that's more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Just Neely by herself, I don't see it being that damn interesting. I don't.
No.
I don't need to see what Neely doing all the damn time. Sitting at a computer, eating Pop-Tarts. Nigga, that's on every fucking show. That's on every investigation show.
Yep.
The trendy computer geek behind the scenes.
Who gets in the field sometimes and
who gets in the field
yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've seen that.
Look, you know what research is mostly? Why a lot of people nowadays don't fucking do it? It's mostly boring because you're just sitting there reading shit. There's no drama. There's no action. You're just reading shit and putting things together in your head. Maybe you get out into the field and do some investigating, like Charles would know because he's a cop on the streets. Maybe you get some face-to-face time with people and asking some questions and getting some shit. That can't be the whole show. You gotta look. What's the show that Ice-T is on right now? Been on forever. SVU. Even they switch between characters because that shit ain't that goddamn interesting all the time.
Got to.
Even they have to switch between characters. One person doing all that. This ain't the good old days in the 80s, man. This ain't gonna be Spencer for Hire or a Man Called Hulk. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not that damn captivating. She's pretty to look at. She's good at acting on screen, but no, I don't see it as doing that well. That's why you ain't heard me. I'm all excited about the Neely show. No, I'm not. You know, it's not like you're gonna ruin the character. Like that was the one black female you could find to push a show on. No, you about to ruin that franchise.
Yep.
Sound like the DEI. The last gasp of Amazon. They need some way of pushing the woke agenda. They need a team. Exactly. That's what I just said, Malika. That's what I see it as. Well, the one woman we can pull out of this show. Black women need to be pedestalized. Shut the fuck up. And they making her just as unfeeling as a ratchet bitch.
For no reason. Because then she's gonna have a love interest, and that shit gonna bog the whole shit down.
Oh, you know
she's gonna be bad.
A lesbian.
I know. I don't have to see that awkward shit the whole time. I'm like, bro.
You know it's coming. She's gonna have to be a lesbian. She don't like being touched. Well, who's the one who could touch her? Well, it's always a lesbian who's okay with touching them.
Okay, make her ace. Make her ace, and I'll be fine with it. But they won't do that because they have to have a love interest because they want to get women in, and women don't like that shit.
She's gonna be a lesbian. I bet money she'll end up being a lesbian and having some of them overtones.
Just say she's asexual. Just please say she's asexual.
No, it would be nice, but no, it ain't happening.
BET reach it.
Yeah, BET Reacher.
So BET reacher.
Reacher BET. Yeah, come on, man. Come on. You know it's gonna come because she ain't attracted to Reacher. She ain't attracted to Reacher. She don't want to fuck him, and you ain't seen her talk about no other dude. They gonna try to push the L on her. She's gonna have some overtones, and the show gonna go down, and they're gonna be claiming racism and everything else. No, it's just not that damn interesting to watch a computer geek. Unless they do on YouTube, I guess.
You do. All of a sudden, they give her this super special set of physical skills, like a damn near superhero. Like she gets the serum from Marvel Comics, and all of a sudden she's just whooping ass and taking names.
Yeah,
But then that's not Reacher though. That's a super soldier. You know what I mean? That's different. Don't use Reacher's name for that.
Well, that's not the way you make a spinoff show. Like I said, I bought a spinoff show with the 110 special investigators.
Yeah.
Revolving show where you can see what each one of them is doing in their own respective things. I would have bought that and have them tap with each other and using each other as a resource. Yeah, that'd be cool. But I don't need to see just Neely. I don't. I wasn't asking for that shit, and I watched the Reacher show and liked the character. I wasn't asking for a Neely show. Who was?
Nobody.
That chick that run Amazon, Prime Videos, her ass.
Well, you know what would sound really good? You know what I like? I like this Neely character. Shut your whole ass up.
Wheel of Time and that damn Rings of Power bullshit. That bitch. Yeah. Their version of KK. That's the one giving you that shit. It's the last push, just like Kerry Washington, Mr. and Mrs. Smith knockoff having come out. Okay. Stop on that. Rainfire. Mr. and Mrs. Smith was not Kerry Washington. That was Donald Glover. And Mr. and Mrs. Smith was good. It wasn't a knockoff. It was good. Having come out. Or unless you're talking about something else. And of course, she's better than her husband at everything. Yeah, the Mr. and Mrs. Smith show with Donald Glover was written and produced by Donald Glover. I think he did some directing on some episodes as well. That shit was good. I want a season 2 of that. Because it was in the same world as the original Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Brad and Angelina, which is why people didn't watch it, because they was calling it DEI show because it's an Asian woman and a black dude. The show was awesome. It was a good ass show. I watched this shit like 3 times. 3 times. Performances is good. It's good performances. That's good. A good streaming show. Okay. With spy stuff and relationship stuff mixed in. It was a good show. I don't know what this Kerry Washington shit is you're talking about, but the name is it's a new movie coming out. I don't know what that movie is. You got to put the name of the movie in. Yeah, let's not talk about the Queen Latifah running back.
Ooh, let's not do that.
Let's not do that to Dana. I don't know why she that damn role, because I never watched that shit. When I saw the trailer and saw her running with the big ass tetras, shaking back and forth, like, what is this shit?
Nope. I said nope. Couldn't do it. I said nope.
That's not the Equalizer. No. Like I said, she ain't even a man called Hulk. No, that is embarrassing, dude.
You're not even canon.
No, you ain't running with them bad knees. The fuck, ain't she 60?
Canon.
Movie. Okay, I got that. But he said, Mr. and Mrs. Smith knock off, and I got triggered. I got triggered because I had got a lot of love for that show. And they got shit on because they kept saying it was not Brad and Angelina. Shut the fuck up. It wasn't a DEI show. It was a show. Inconsistent, and made the actual concept of the Mr. and Mrs. Smith better.
Yep.
But a lot of people didn't watch that shit because it was easy to write it off. It's like being able to, by saying something is a DEI show,
you can just dismiss it.
Is equivalent nowadays to saying that you're racist or you're sexist.
Yeah.
It's a dismission tactic that you don't have to listen to what else is said after that. You don't have to look at it now. It's a code word to ban a show without banning the show, right? That's all it is. It's just an awesome show. If you look at the shows that came out in that time frame that show was out, nothing else comes close. Music, costumes, storytelling, acting. That show was awesome. It was an awesome show. That's why I want a second season. I want to see what else happened. I got to find out what happened. They left it like hanging, boy. You dangling like, oh my God. It was 3 shots. She had 2 bullets. What the fuck? Yeah, the Mrs. Smith show was good. That show would have been better if it was named something else. That's what I figured out on that show. If it was named something else, it would have been received possibly better. But because it was named Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the last thing that most people remember is Brad and Angelina. Not the movie that came before them that Brad and Angelina copied. But that's what they remember. Oh, it's DEI. Black dude and Asian woman, all that never happens. Bullshit. It does happen. I was married to an Asian woman for 14 years, nigga. It happens. So, yeah, it can happen. The number 1 rule of attraction, proximity, when they stuck in a house together, they're going to end up fucking. It's just what's happening. Oh, yeah, beastly Shadow Force. It's called Shadow Force. Is that what it is? Really called Shadow Force? I read that shit, and you know what I thought of? Pokemon, Giratina, special move, Shadow Force. like what the fuck? I'm a geek, y'all. I'm a geek. Shadow Force.
Yeah.
I might have to look this up so I can see what I'm about to throw up about before I go off. Just have got. It sounds like a good ass title for what's going to be a shitty show or a shitty movie. Because y'all said Kerry Washington. I'm not thinking anything about Shadow or Force outside of the fact that she's black. Oh, she got an AR. I thought Hollywood was against ARs. That's how I got my shit hooked up though too on Division 2. That's exactly where I got my shit hooked up. And I like this brother. This is this the Lupin brother, the British dude. Big nose. What's his name? Omar Sy. Okay, 5 days ago. Should I do the fair use? I think that's like a misnomer. We call it Shadow Force and 2 black folks, and it's like, you racist motherfuckers.
That's crazy.
That is
boy.
Low key racist shit, ain't it? Shadow Force.
What BGS say? That's some bullshit.
Say it like you say it, so that's BGS word. But yeah, that's some bullshit.
Bull.
Shadow Force. You didn't call the one with the 2 white folks White Force, did you? God damn. You couldn't do the justice of even making a decent name?
Light Force.
Yeah, he was Bishop in Days of Future Past too, but he's Lupin on Netflix. Because the original Lupin, the Master Thief character, was a black dude. I wonder if I can get my copyright for today. Yeah, fuck it. I'll do my copyright for today. Because I want to watch this trailer. So fair use, fair to the motherfucking use. So this is the trailer for Shadow Force that y'all brought up. I've never seen it, so. Shut up, Charles, the Darky Special Task Force. Yeah. Can you see the pitch meeting for this? So we got these 2 spies, but they're black. So what's the title of this? Shadow Force. Like, nigga.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You're hired. You're hired.
How much you need? 30 million? Take this. Go off. Be fruitful.
Shut up and take our money.
Yeah, shut up and take our money. That I'm sorry, that sounds racist as shit. Like liberal racist, not South racist. That would just call it Darky Force.
Oh yeah.
This is liberal racism. Like, no, I wouldn't be inclusive, but they're both black. Shadow Force, really?
Yeah, it's perfect. It works, guys. Why does it work? It just does.
Why didn't you just call it black aggressors? Jesus Christ. Bruh.
The Black Avengers.
Oh my God. Let me watch this shit. So fair use. Do I have a banner I can put over this shit? I don't think I do. I don't have any. I took my blind off here, so I don't have a blind up there. So I have to edit it out later. Yeah, I have to edit it out later, so you won't see this on another playback. Here we go with the Shadow Force. Woo! Lionsgate.
Cold shot. Show me what you got. That was amazing.
Left-handed?
Don't be mad. I was always a better shot.
No,
Yes.
never.
What?
Come on, Dad.
There is no distance you can travel.
Why are they using this song? I hate this song. I know this song. I had this on my shop playlist. What the fuck, dude? Okay, they just really want the black vote, huh? Okay. Jack Cinder.
Or a hole dug deep enough where I can't reach you.
Mark,
I can't help but feel a little flattered.
You want to keep running all your life. Life that's getting shorter by the second.
We're being tracked.
Pockets loaded, rocket loaded, king, let's rock and roll this. Time to go, lock, stop, and two smoking barrels.
You got us flanked.
You think I'm jumping up and you know I got a moment.
it's because she has to be the badass, you know? Female empowerment. He can just drive the car. She has to be the one with the better aim and taking the shots because it's her movie.
8 years ago, I recruited these two into a unit known as Shadow Force. We did God's dirty.
It's a black and white dude. In the movie, it's a white dude who says, but goddamn.
Work around the globe. We have this said now. We cannot do this anymore. Shadow Force came with one ironclad rule. No one leaves. I'm not going to leave in fear anymore. We are the hunters now.
And why I always get the sweaty face Negro on screen. Oh my God. I hate that.
Then we need help.
Because you see her on the screen, she ain't looking like she dripping sweat, right?
Auntie and Unc are gunning for sin.
Oh, Meth? Well, this might be a good role for Method Man. What up, Meth? Okay.
Gunning for Cinder.
Oh, one fat black chick, too. Are you filling out your checkbox dance card? Are you filling out your dance card? All we need now is one person, cripple or something like that, and we filling it out.
We can burn his ass down.
Hell yeah, now I can drink to that.
If it's a war you want with me, Jack, keep coming.
We're going to get the bad guys.
Are they assholes?
Hey!
You took the thing I love most. And isn't he the thing that you love most?
She must think she proud Mary, right?
Care about my family, and I will kill to protect them.
Of course she will.
What do you got?
2 rounds.
I got
Light-skinned and dark-skinned.
1. Do you think maybe I should get the extra?
It's not an extra.
Yeah, but usually I'm the better shot.
Usually.
Yeah.
This is this Auntie and Unc.
Can we play some music?
You like Wu-Tang Clan, little man?
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Okay, that was a funny line to me, but the little boy cussing is not that damn funny. They should have been like, "Shut your mouth!" Hey, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing. Hey, nothing for the mixed company.
It was.
Yeah, because she got bonier arms. She can hold the recoil better, Charles. That's what made her a better shot, right?
Yes.
You know
The
what I'm
slimmer, weaker wrists make it easier for the gun recoil to happen.
Yeah.
So that makes you makes you better shot.
Yeah, that makes you better. Yeah. It's not being able to hold that shit, you know.
Because the guys are taller. So it's like when the guys are taller. So like when you hit an automatic weapon, the gun automatically travels up. And so it's easy for her to hit taller targets. That's why. I did it. See, I got there. I got us there.
Black male and female competing to be the
That's what they want. That's what they want.
Oh, Matt, you can't keep talking over me. It's my show.
Sorry, my bad.
I'm trying to respond to the shit he's saying because he's saying it to me. Yeah, to be a badass. Yeah, that's. Come on, you know what it is. BGS was talking about this shit last week about the black female competing with the black male. Why? What's the point? Some emasculating bullshit. It is some emasculating bullshit. It's a role. He playing it. I like the actor. It is what the fuck it is, dude. Matriarchy power. Yeah, right. Fire. Matriarchy power. The power of the matriarchy. I don't know. She too light skinned to be Shadow Force. I mean, I can see him being named Shadow Force, right? I can see that. Him and the kid, right? Because it looked like it's his kid. She too light skinned. She can't be Shadow Force. She could be, beige haze, but she can't be Shadow Force, man. She can't be Shadow Force. Come on, Charles. Where's she by the powers of brightness? Come on. You saw them standing next to each other and they produced a dark ass kid? Come on, get the fuck out of here. That ain't her child. He already had that kid, right? If we're going to fall into all the stereotypes. Since we got the black B-dub with shotgun in there too. Like, oh my God, dude. Family over everything. I thought I was watching, part 2 of Fast and Furious. This is Fast 11 too? Is this it? Family over everything? I thought that was kind of their thing. Thought we didn't like family. Traditional families. Nuclear families. I thought we didn't like those anymore in Hollywood. Okay. That seems partly stupid. And partly funny. I like seeing Method Man in there. That means he's gonna catch a pretty big check off of that shit. So I'm fine with that. But yeah, what the fuck ever. Kerry Washington ain't bad to look at, but goddamn, dude, that seemed like a bit much. And the whole time I'm watching, I'm thinking about Proud Mary. Proud Mary in Smoking Aces. Like they keep trying to put a black woman in that role of having a sniper rifle because it worked for what's her name that one time. What do you say? Mulatto Mighty Military Services. Those skinny ass legs. So you tell me, Matt, what's the difference between that character Kerry Washington looks like she's playing and Neely in this season of Reacher? What's the difference? I guess we're never going to get tough masculine black dudes on screen again. No, it can be tough. Just not as tough as her. Oh, Matt muted. Oh, I think I pissed somebody off. Shout out to No One. Was good, No One. He says, salute. The package man cometh another day. Just dropped off the drunk short redhead and prepping for egg delivery. I'm really thinking about that one real quick. You said the short redhead, the drunk redhead, like you got a holdover from St. Patty's Day or some shit. I must have missed something. Appreciate you, No One. I will give you
Oh, yo, I'm doing all right. Yes, sir. I get an attitude when my money ain't right. The team don't want to see me rich. I bet they all back down when they hit a click. Oh, yo.
Charles says she doesn't emasculate Reacher because she can't. Wait till she have her own spinoff show. You see if they let her throw some sly jabs in there at Reacher like that. Because Reacher is the big white boy. Can't emasculate us. But the black dude, have at it. Have at it, sister girl. And the package man coming. That was pretty funny. That was funny though. When the rest of that shit, I'm like, somebody pregnant? And why are you dropping off drunk redheads and telling us on the stream? What the fuck going on? I was saying the difference. Neely had her natural hair. Kerry Washington had a weave. Was that a weave? Was that a weave or a natural hair? I don't know. That shit was all over the place though. Trying to look natural. I don't know what the deal is with having these sisters in these shows looking all fucked up with their hair. I don't get it. You either got to be bald or have hair all over the place. Say, oh, we're trying to look natural. That's not natural. It's not natural to see a sister with her hair fucked up anywhere. That's not natural to me. Women don't leave their house. At that rate, I'd rather see them with a bonnet on than the shit just blowing all over the fucking place like that. My daughter has hair like that. She don't let her shit be blowing all over the place crazy. And she mixed. Nah, man. That's not au naturel. Not as natural as I would think. So, okay. Well, that was interesting. I take it back, Rainfire. It's not Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but I told you why I was protective of that shit. But yeah, that the jokes write themselves. Shadow Force with two black folks. We need a better title. But it's coming out in May 2nd. I want to see what that do. I haven't heard anybody bitching about it, so it's on nobody's radar yet. I guess we'll see. I might watch it to see Red Man in not Red Man, but Method Man in another movie. But they did have to go back to mentioning something about rap to let you know who the hell he was, I guess. Which is not necessary because he's been playing a decent enough job acting on the Power Show and some of the other stuff I've seen him in. He's doing really well with his acting career. He is, so they didn't need to do that shit. Sounds like a Tubi flick. Man, don't sleep on Tubi. But apparently nowadays, every streaming service has money to make shows. And the quality of the show is going to be driven on how much money they put into it and the people making the show. Watching older stuff proves that you don't need a lot of money to make a quality show because it'll mostly come down to the writing. Yes, your sets can look like shit, but the strength of the show is going to be in the writing. It's going to be in the creative process of it and in your acting, because a good actor can elevate mediocre material, but shitty material can only get elevated to mediocre. It's just what it is. So I don't shit on who making it. I just want good material. Like Beasley was saying, I just want to make good shit. Make good shit. I don't care where it's coming from. Apple, Tubi, anything. Amazon, it don't matter. Just make good stuff. And the people that you have out there writing this stuff needs to be on the level of what the hell are they talking about. Otherwise, look, if Tubi had a bomb show, a really good show, I don't think people would give a shit about watching Tubi for it. But that's not what they do. Right? They don't make their own show. As far as I know. I'm not a Tubi devotee. That's Art Emmore. He is the Tubi representative in the YouTube space. But if they make their own content, all they got to do is make good content. And people will watch it. They had to make it blacker by throwing the old school hip hop reference and have the kids cursing. Yeah. I don't like the overweight spy. I don't buy that shit. It's like seeing an overweight distance runner. No, I don't buy it. Give me that big mama energy. I'm not feeling that shit in the spy show. and then the kid cursing is not as funny to me. Kids cursing is only funny when it's just a bunch of kids together, right? Like you take the Sandlot. The kids cursed in that a little bit, right? A little bit. There's some little lines that they said, but they were all kids. Kids together doing shit. So kids together will curse. A kid in front of adults cursing? Hell no. That's not funny. Mind your manners. Respect your elders. They got some damn sense. And he used the F word. He said, fuck. Oh, hell no. You ain't never supposed to be saying that in front of your parents. Hell wrong with you? You say that kind of shit with your parents, and you making yourself out to be the kind of kid who's smoking weed with your parents too. No. Puppet Masters controlling puppets. All right, Mama. I will watch that link later. All right. So it's just about 3 hours. I think I'm going to punch it in and get out of here unless somebody got something else they want to say. About 10:55. Look, I could end the show at 11 o'clock on the West Coast. I still leave y'all the rest of y'all day to go out to the movies and watch Magazine Dreams and shit. What else did I watch? That was it. I just watched that shit and old stuff that y'all don't care about and don't need a review of. But Matt has gone silent, so I'm going to go ahead and drop him down. And had to make it blanket. Yeah, so I guess I will finish out the show here. So I will do the reaction to Magazine Dreams. I didn't do it last night because I was tired and I did have a call last night. What did he say? New show on Tubi, Phantom Flies. Charles Walker. Phantom Flies. Okay. That sounds interesting. It does give the impression of something ghostly going on. Sounds like the Candy Man to show up. I might watch this shit. You got a good thumbnail. I'll definitely watch it. Just texting me. Oh, it's not text. That is. It's Beastly. Appreciate you, Beast, for supporting the stream. Shout out to the Beastly Nerd in the Danger Room supporting the stream. I will give you that. Appreciate it.
Number one, 3 or 4 times I ain't telling no lies. Run it up. Never let a hard time on the was.
Beastly, I will be looking for you guys. I got to turn on Rivals today at some point and let it update so I can see where I am and how many damn accomplishments I need to complete to get myself back to being like 100% complete. Gotta see how close I'm gonna get back to Blade. Charles, I don't think they'll let you put that word in YouTube because I have it blocked on my end that it can't go into the chat because I don't want any white boys coming through saying dumb shit like that. So I'm not gonna put it on the screen. Come on. Somebody else stream. Put that shit on your stream, see how it floats. Since I stayed in for St. Patty's Day, we have been downgraded from the 3rd to the 4th largest in the country. Can't tell though. 4th largest what? I didn't do shit for St. Patty's Day. I went to a park in Georgia, but I didn't go out and drink or anything like that for St. Patty's Day. But appreciate you, Rainfire. I will give you 3 weeks sleep. Appreciate you. So you're on your way to play Isaiah Bradley. Dude, when I saw Captain America 4, and I thought they might have been in Baltimore again, why didn't they call Charles? We need the stories of young Isaiah Bradley in the Korean War and shit. I don't know why they didn't call you. You right in Baltimore, they probably can't miss your big ass. Like, come on, man. Step out from behind one of them buildings or something. That's the spinoff show that needed to happen. Now, Isaiah Bradley's spinoff show would have been interesting. You still could have used Carl Lumley telling his grandson stories about his time. Carl Lumley is an actor that can hold his own show. Hold or not. Anyway. Thank you guys for coming through today. Thank you for people who supported the stream. I do appreciate it. Go check out Magazine Dreams. You got time. You got plenty of time. East Coast or West Coast, you got plenty of time. It's there. It just came out Friday. So go see the movie if you support Jonathan Majors and want to see. This is one of those movies that was shelved for a while. So it should have came out a while ago, but it didn't because of all that bullshit that was going on. So it's not like it's resuscitating his career. It's stuff that was already done, right? But it still came out. So support the brother, support the people who still wanted to have his work put out there. It wasn't all black folks behind the scenes doing that shit. They put up the money and made sure that the movie still came out. Gotta give them the respect for that. It is a deep movie. I will say it will. The best way to describe it without spoiling it is a story about a man. That's the best way to describe it. It's a story about a man. And if you get into those kind of stories, you will enjoy this. You will. So check it out. Reacher, I will watch the next episode. Nothing really happened interesting in this episode outside of that horrendous ass sex scene and this forced ass relationship. Other than that, I'm not feeling the show at this point in time. It's not rubbing me the right way. Next episodes should be action, but this shit has just gone all. This season has just gone all over the place for me, just meandering and not getting to a point, and it's not being that damn interesting. So I'll get there with that. If Andor starts this week, I will do my reviews for Andor. It will be up on Patreon. The watch-alongs will be on Patreon, and I'll throw the reaction on YouTube, so you can hear about it. But if you want to see me watching it and responding to it in real time, it'll have to be on the Patreon side for that. That's where it'll be. That's where it will live. That's where it will stay. Other than that, that's it. I'm back in Cali. Still on call. I will be on call next week as well because I did it like that. So next week will be an on-call stream, and it will be at this 8 o'clock time now, or 8 o'clock West Coast time. It'll still be 11 o'clock East Coast time. We have the fourth largest St. Patty's Day parade in the county and messing up traffic in my Waffle House experience. You know what? I was just in Georgia. I still didn't go to Waffle House. And I talked about you. I didn't say you by name, but my coworker. We were walking. We went to a Puerto Rican spot, cool spot named JJ's in Hinesville. So shout out to JJ. It's an actual dude. I like his spot. Nice bar, pool tables, dance floor, stage. They even had some little casino night going on that day where you can just play, you can just gamble for nothing. It was fun. Nice spot by the black folks. Right. we were walking back and we were passing Waffle House, and we was like, "What's going on with the Waffle House?" You know, you can only at this time it was only like 9 o'clock. You can only walk up to the window and order. You can't go in. Like, yeah, I heard bad stories about the Waffle House. I said, I have a sub that told me you don't go into the Waffle House unless you want to fight. I still ain't ate shit from the Waffle House. All the times I've been to Georgia, I ain't touched nothing in the Waffle House. It don't. I had plenty of waffles, none of them from the Waffle House. It's funny. So, yeah. Ruining your Waffle House experience. Maybe they put green stuff on the waffles. Who knows? Anyway, that's it. That's my show for today. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for supporting the stream. This is the Hero's Journey, and I do this every Sunday, now at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And I will see you next time. Peace.